Hi guys and girls, this is Imperial Fist, back with a Battlefleet Gothic update. So, some of you, I'm just going to move these to the side and go through them slowly. You could see, if you want to see any more of these in detail, I've done previous videos, so this just so you had something to look at whilst you hear me talk. So, unfortunately, Battlefleet Gothic has been cancelled or quit or removed by Games Workshop. Now, I played only a couple games of Battlefleet Gothic because lots of my friends don't have Battlefleet Gothic, and sadly fewer and fewer people are going to have it now because Games Workshop have decided to cut the Battlefleet Gothic range. I don't know if this is completely going to happen. They won't have any more models in the future. I don't know. You know, they've done Space Hulk and brought it out, and then left it and brought it back in a few years. So we may see Battlefleet Gothic in the future, but for the time being it appears that it's been cut completely. I was speaking to my local Games Workshop person, shop seller person thing, employee, whatever, and he said the reason they cut Battlefleet Gothic is it wasn't making them enough money and there wasn't enough demand, effectively, because demand's the most important thing for a company or for a product, and they weren't getting enough demand for it, and therefore it was not economically viable for them to continue to make them. To be honest, I sort of agree with him that these are big. Most of the majority of the ships, I think the only ones which are plastic are the Imperial cruisers and the Chaos cruisers, and they are easy to produce, and I think they're continuing with the basic ships. I haven't heard anything to suggest they're going to be cutting their plastic range of shoe boxes. But they are definitely cutting stuff like battleships, escorts, everything which is not in plastic. So it's really been a rush to get some. So unfortunately, I found out too late. So lots of stuff is gone. I mean, battleships, all the Imperial battleships are now gone. I think in the Space Marine list there is only like a rubbishy sort of what do you call it, escort. I think maybe a Nova class, because most people got it from get theirs from Forge World. So you're only going to find, I think the only metal ship which is on the basic list for the Imperial fleet is the heavy grand cruiser sort of thing, which is a big lump of metal, another big lump, but it's not as big as this Retribution class battleship. So yeah, Space Marine fleet's gone, and I think Tyranid fleet's gone. Eldar is so diminished. There's barely anything. So if you want Battlefleet Gothic, I strongly suggest right now pause this video and go on into Games Workshop and see if they've got any left, because they're going rapidly. I last looked on their website about a week ago, and this is what I saw. So I don't know the updated version, but they're going like hotcakes. And of course, there's some models which are just going to be left because they're they are rubbish, like the Nova class, which Games Workshop do. That may still be there, and if you love that model, fair enough. I don't, so they're still there because they're not so popular. And to be honest, I wouldn't actually use them because they just look disgusting, in my opinion. So another thing is that Forge World are also cutting Battlefleet Gothic. Obviously, I always assumed that they got a high demand for their ships because they're plastic. I mean, you had lots of, the whole Tau fleet was really plastic. I don't think anybody bought any from Games Workshop. It was all the things from Helios Raven's Nest, and yeah, if you want to check out other Battlefleet Gothic channels, Helios Raven's Nest, and I think it's Fearless Gamers,
have just had a Battlefleet Gothic campaign, so they're really good, so check them out as well. Yeah, so Forge World have also cut their supplies, so I think they're all gone as well. I think there's only a few odd ships which they do, which are still so it's quite sad that they're cutting such a good game system. So I've played it a few times with my fleet, and I've really enjoyed it. And I'm a bit of a fleet person myself. If I was going to go into military, it would be with fleet. You have a navy, and I've always been interested with ship battles and the Star Wars sort of ship battles. Always, I love those. And so it's a shame that these models are discontinuing, but never fear, they may come out in the future. So I'm just showing you some ships here. I've got a sizable fleet, and so I've got an Imperial fleet of I haven't got my escorts with me, they're on another shelf, but I've got Imperial fleet of 2 Gothic class cruisers, which are just purely, if you know Gothic, they're lance ships, just got lances, and 6 strength 6 torpedoes, and I've got 2 Lunar class, which is what I'm placing down now, which has 2 las cannons, lances, and 4 weapon batteries on each side. So and they've also got 6 torpedoes as well. So at the moment I'm going to probably try and expand this whilst there's still plastic kits, or if there is even still plastic kits. I'd like to expand it to have possibly another 2 or 4 cruisers, maybe 6, so I can increase my ordnance, which is the main weakness I found with this fleet. And then I have got a cunning plan, but I'll move out these out way, and I've got an orc fleet, so then a friend could play me, or if anybody wanted to have a add to their force. So I doubt I'll be increasing the orc size, or I may do with scratch builds, because I think scratch builds can be good. So at the moment though, my priority is with my Space Marine fleet. Now you're looking at it, it's just 1 ship at the moment. I'm not going to get any escorts because they are not particularly good, in my opinion. Some people love them, some people work for them, but really, points wise, I think they're too expensive and they just die really easily. That's just me. But so I'm going to cut this out, but now I'm going to be looking into increasing my Space Marine fleet whilst there's still a chance. So at the moment I've got a strike cruiser, which you're looking at, and I'm going to strip this and I'm going to cast it. In my opinion, I wouldn't do this normally, but it seems that Games Workshop have cut a model which is absolutely fantastic, and I love the Space Marine fleets, and they are cutting a fantastic game system. I really just a bit cheesed because if I wasn't told, I don't think there was any announcement. They just, because well, I can see why there wasn't an announcement, because they'd just be panic buying and they'll go within seconds, which isn't really a problem for them. But yeah, they've cut something which I love, and I don't really believe them saying that it didn't create a profit, because they were still pretty hefty prices. Like this, I think was £12, whereas, which is effectively really the same amount of metal as that, which they sold for £8. So though the demand may have been a bit less, they're very expensive. Now, to create a fleet, it's actually probably the cheapest army you would have been able to make from Games Workshop. So and something like this was going for £20. Now you can't get it anymore, which is a shame. So I'm looking to increase my Space Marine fleet. Now, for a proper Space Marine fleet, I'm going to require a battle barge, and sadly they are very rare now. So I'm looking to buy one. I've been looking on eBay, and very few are coming up at the moment, and I'm
putting this out to the community. If there's anybody with a battle barge who no longer wants it, or it's just sitting on a shelf and getting dusty, or if you'd like 2 battle barges, me to double it through casting, because I have got casting abilities, I would buy one off you, or I could trade you with something. If you want something particular, I will trade you for it. To buy, trade, or anything, I'm really looking for a battle barge, because I can cast this baby, make 9 of them, which I need for my whole fleet, because I like to recreate the whole chapter fleet minus escorts, because I can't be arsed with them. They're too small and fiddly and just pathetic. So I'm looking for a battle barge so I can cast effectively, or if anybody's just got a battle barge, I'll be very, very I'd love you if anybody had one and was prepared to sell it. So if you do have a battle barge and willing to sell it, or wish to trade for something, if you've seen something which catched your eye on my channel, I may be able to trade that with you. No promises, or even if you wanted me to paint something for you, commission sort of thing, that'd be absolutely fine. I'll be internally in your debt, but at the moment I'm looking for a battle barge. So if anybody's got one or knows somebody, please please get in contact with me by PM, personal message me. That'd be fantastic. And I'm sure we could work something out. So but main issue is here, I'm letting you know, if you didn't already know, about Battlefleet Gothic has disappeared. So I know some people have still got it, and if you haven't tried the game system, I would give it a go. It doesn't work for everybody, but and it's quite difficult to master, and you've got lots of complex rules, but I would definitely suggest giving it a go. So hopefully you will be seeing Battlefleet Gothic on my channel. I will continue because I do love it, and you should see this grow through GW purchases and through casting. So and stay tuned, because I will demonstrate how to cast something, or well, how I know is the best way to cast Battlefleet Gothic ships, because I think it's unfair of Games Workshop just to cut something if in your army could be unfinished, or something you aspire to is being cut. So and they're not making any money out of it anyway now, so I think it's fair. Okay, so if you've got any comments, I really would like to start a discussion about Battlefleet Gothic. People like it, don't like it, why not? Have you tried it? There's still models out there, and lots of people in a gaming club local to you may have some, and they may want to. I know fewer people play it, so they may want to find a gaming partner. So ask around, try it out, because eventually it will completely die out as people lose models or eat them, drop them, something like that, and it will eventually disappear. So or become rarer and rarer. So try it whilst it's still out there. Do it for me. Okay, so thanks for watching this. Please comment, rate and subscribe if you'd like to make some money with a battle barge. PM me. If not, guys, I'll catch you in the next one, which will probably be on my battle board. I'm thinking, just looking around, seeing what else will be coming out next, or perhaps a tactical squad. So keep watching for videos, and please comment, rate and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys.